Srikensho, your everyday master key to peak performance and happiness. The pause that powers you. Srikensho for high performance in any field. Unlock your potential. The Sri Anand Yoga way to Kensho in daily life. In today's fast-paced world, are you constantly battling mental clutter, knee-jerk reactions, or the feeling that success is just out of reach? What if there was a simple yet profoundly powerful mental tool that could transform your everyday performance and inner peace? We're about to unveil Srikensho, a groundbreaking concept uniquely adapted from the ancient Japanese Zen Buddhist practice of Kensho. Crucially, Srikensho is an integral part of Sri Anand Yoga, a yoga for happy, creative, and fulfilled living. Forget secluded monasteries and abstract meditations. Srikensho is designed for your real life, your daily grind. It's about unlocking the ability to pause, gain clarity, and respond with precision, right in the thick of it. Whether you're a shrewd businessman navigating volatile markets, a driven employee aiming for career heights, a focused student prepping for competitive exams, an inspired creative artist, a disciplined sportsman, a visionary politician, or even a soldier facing critical decisions, Srikensho offers a practical, powerful pathway to achieving your highest goals and reaching extraordinary performance targets. This isn't just theory, it's your master key to navigating challenges with unparalleled calm and control. Dive in to discover how.
Kensho, a glimpse into true nature. In the rich tapestry of spiritual traditions, the concept of Kensho stands out as a profound moment of insight. A Japanese term rooted in Zen Buddhism, Kensho signifies an initial awakening experience, a fleeting yet powerful realization of our true nature, or the inherent Buddha nature within. It's a glimpse behind the curtain of illusion, revealing the interconnectedness of all existence. The illusory self and the dance of perception. At the heart of Kensho lies the understanding that our everyday experience of a separate individual self is, in essence, illusory. We perceive the world through the lens of our consciousness, a process involving three key elements: the perceived object, the act of perception itself, and the perceiving subject. Yet in the ordinary state, we often mistakenly identify with the perceiving subject as a fixed and independent entity. The path to Kensho therefore involves deep introspection, a constant questioning of this seemingly solid, separate self. It's a journey of recognizing the impermanence and interconnectedness of all things, gently dissolving the boundaries we perceive between ourselves and the world around us. The path of self-inquiry. Traditionally, the realization of Kensho is often facilitated by the guidance of an enlightened master or Zen master. Their wisdom and presence act as a mirror, reflecting our own inherent truth back to us. The classic method involves the relentless self-inquiry of who am I, or ko aham in Sanskrit. This isn't a mere intellectual exercise, but a deep, meditative dive into the core of our being, shedding layers of conditioning and false identification. This powerful inquiry seeks to dismantle the preconceived notions of identity, pushing beyond the ego and its constructs. It's a direct confrontation with the question of existence itself, aiming to reveal the underlying reality that precedes all concepts and labels. The journey to Kensho is not about acquiring something new, but rather about uncovering what has always been there, our true, boundless nature. It's a call to look inward, to question deeply, and to embrace the profound wisdom that lies within each of us. You've highlighted a crucial point about the common pitfalls of what many perceive as meditation. For a common person, attempting to sit in stillness and empty the mind often proves to be a hopelessly frustrating experience. What's frequently practiced as meditation can become a mere mental simulation of some happy state, a kind of virtual reality that invariably fails to make any substantive impact in everyday life. The actual reality of our daily existence is vastly different from these simulated scenarios. At best, such practices might offer a temporary sense of euphoria, much like the fleeting high experienced under the influence of psychedelic drugs or alcohol. When the chemical's effect wanes, one crash lands back onto the ground of reality, often feeling little lasting change. In actual practice, and in most cases, individuals may not even achieve this temporary benefit. As soon as one closes their eyes and attempts to meditate, the mental machinery often takes over, leading to an onslaught of thoughts. At other times, the very act of closing one's eyes and remaining motionless can cause a person to slip into a half-sleep state, then directly into a semi-wakeful dreaming state. The intended meditation process gets hijacked without one even realizing it's happening. This underscores the need for a more nuanced and effective approach to genuine inner transformation, one that bypasses these common obstacles and leads to tangible results in one's lived experience. Beyond conventional meditation, introducing Srikensho in everyday life. In Sri Anand Yoga, we embrace a distinct path to this profound awakening. Instead of the traditional process of prolonged meditation in seclusion under the guidance of a Zen master in an ashram or monastery, our approach involves a parallel thinking of Kensho in everyday living experience. Here, the external trappings are removed. There's no Zen master in the conventional sense, no monastery, no closing of eyes, and no lying motionless. Your guide is your impartial, non-judgmental observing eye, which serves as your inner Zen master. Your own inner mental atmosphere becomes your ashram, a sanctuary for self-inquiry amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life. It's about finding that profound glimpse of true nature, not by withdrawing from the world, but by engaging with it more deeply and mindfully, allowing every moment to become an opportunity for awakening. Srikensho in action, the master key of micro-pauses. The beauty of Srikensho lies in its practical application during daily life. Whenever any worry, tension, irritation, anxiety, or excitement creates ripples in your mind, this is precisely the point to practice Srikensho. These emotional disturbances serve as the handle you grip for the practice. Pure meditation in seclusion often requires very high-level techniques and is typically meant for individuals with a particular level of spiritual development. A main difficulty in pure meditation is the challenge of thinking at an abstract level. Our minds are accustomed to focusing on something concrete. Thinking of joy as an abstract or pure idea is difficult to grasp. Thinking of the joy you get when you eat your favorite ice cream is more concrete and easier to focus on. Our mental response to events that trigger these emotional ripples currently happens in a semi-automatic manner. This connection operates at two levels: the reception of environmental data at the brain and the reception of emotional data at the heart. The heart also receives emotional triggers from the brain based on the brain's interpretation of external data. Through the process of Srikensho, you introduce an infinitesimally micro-level pause between the process of action and the response. This is the master key of Srikensho. This subtle pause breaks the automaticity of your brain and heart in responding to external events. This vital gap allows for conscious intervention, transforming reactive patterns into mindful choices. Srikensho is further supported by several complementary yogic processes from Sri Anand Yoga. These include solid breathing, energy kriya yoga, sensual focusing, relating to the senses, and earth rooting, all of which greatly enhance the effectiveness of your Srikensho practice. To focus your mind, you begin a mental introspection of the process, causing these ripples on the waters of your mind. Language struggles to fully capture this process, but essentially, you question your own helplessness in allowing these ripples to form. You realize your vulnerability to the automatic workings of your mind-brain-heart-senses instrument. This awareness of vulnerability is a significant leap forward in practicing Srikensho. Consistent practice refines your sensitivity to this ripple formation process. When we engage in the game of Srikensho, we must keenly observe the external process triggering the chain reaction of ripple formation on our mental water. In that precise nick of time, we insert a pause between the two successive elements in this chain. It's a challenging endeavor, but it is entirely possible. The rewards for playing this game are immense. This is a game where even if you fail, you gain a great deal. Control over self is ultimately control over the universe, which is a projection of the self. By attempting to exercise this control through the right manner of Srikensho, even if a particular attempt doesn't fully succeed, it results in a giant leap forward in one's happy journey on this beautiful planet. The ultimate pinnacle of the journey may not have been achieved, but the journey itself brings rich dividends along the way. The practical edge of Srikensho for the businessman. The profound insights of Srikensho, while rooted in ancient wisdom, offer a distinctly modern and practical edge for anyone navigating the demanding world of business. This isn't an abstract spiritual retreat. It's a dynamic tool for enhanced performance and sustained well-being in the boardroom and beyond. Consider the common scenarios in a fast-paced business environment. A critical email lands in your inbox, triggering immediate frustration. A competitor announces a disruptive product, sparking a wave of anxiety. A negotiation reaches a deadlock, and impatience starts to boil. In each instance, Srikensho provides a crucial intervention. Instead of reacting instinctively, perhaps sending a sharp reply, making a rushed decision, or losing composure in a meeting, the Srikensho practitioner deliberately introduces that infinitesimally micro-level pause. This pause isn't inaction, it's strategic reflection. In that tiny gap, the automatic, often counterproductive chain reaction of brain-heart senses is broken. This allows for emotional regulation. You gain control over your emotional responses, preventing impulsive reactions that can damage relationships, reputation, or profitability. Imagine being able to stay calm and analytical when a major client delivers bad news, rather than allowing frustration to cloud your judgment. Clearer decision-making. When the emotional ripples subside, the waters of your mind become clear. This clarity enables you to see the situation objectively, analyze options without bias, and make decisions that are truly strategic, not just reactive. This is akin to being able to read the market trends accurately, unclouded by fear or over-optimism. Enhanced problem-solving. Many business problems are exacerbated by emotional entanglement. By pausing, you create space for creative solutions to emerge, unhindered by the fight-or-flight mentality. It allows you to step back and innovate, rather than just firefighting. Improved communication, impulsive speech, often leads to misunderstandings and conflict. That Srikensho pause before responding in a tense discussion can lead to more thoughtful, empathetic, and ultimately, more effective communication. This builds stronger teams and client relationships. Resilience and stress reduction. Continuously operating in a reactive mode leads to burnout. Srikensho empowers you to reclaim agency over your internal state, reducing the cumulative impact of daily stresses. This builds mental resilience, allowing you to bounce back faster from setbacks and sustain high performance over the long term. Just as the complementary yogic processes like solid breathing, energy kriya yoga, sensual focusing, and earth rooting reinforce the Srikensho practice, a businessman's daily routines, be it mindful planning, focused execution, or strategic networking, can similarly be integrated to deepen this self-awareness. Srikensho, therefore, is not merely a spiritual concept, it's a high-leverage skill for the modern businessman. It transforms potential pitfalls into opportunities for growth, sharpens your intuition, and empowers you to navigate the complexities of commerce with an unprecedented level of calm, clarity, and control. It's the ultimate investment in your most valuable asset, yourself. Srikensho, for career advancement and life progress. Now, let's extend the profound practicalities of Srikensho to the everyday employee, striving for career advancement and overall life progress. The same principles that empower a businessman to navigate market volatility can help an individual climb the corporate ladder and achieve personal aspirations. Consider the common challenges an employee faces. Feedback and criticism. A performance review brings unexpected critical feedback, triggering defensiveness or dejection. Workplace dynamics. A colleague takes credit for your idea, sparking irritation and resentment. Career stagnation. You feel stuck, unmotivated, and anxious about your future, leading to feelings of helplessness. Opportunity and pressure. A high-visibility project comes your way, bringing a mix of excitement and paralyzing fear of failure. Personal life stress. Family demands, financial worries, or health concerns create emotional ripples that spill over into your professional effectiveness. In these moments, Srikensho provides the critical pause. Instead of immediately reacting with an emotional outburst, withdrawing or letting anxiety spiral, you introduce that infinitesimally micro-level pause. This short, conscious break between stimulus and reaction is your power move. For the employee, this pause translates into constructive response to feedback. Instead of defending, you can pause, absorb the feedback objectively, and choose to ask clarifying questions or plan actionable improvements. This demonstrates maturity and a growth mindset, crucial for advancement. Navigating office politics. When a colleague's actions spark frustration, the Srikensho pause allows you to avoid an impulsive, damaging reaction. You can choose a strategic, professional response, protecting your reputation and fostering better working relationships. Proactive problem solving. Feeling overwhelmed by tasks or a challenging project. The pause allows you to step back from the emotional chaos, assess the situation clearly, and devise a more effective plan of action, rather than succumbing to stress. Seizing opportunities with confidence. When a new opportunity arises, the initial ripple of fear or self-doubt can be acknowledged and then diffused during the pause. This empowers you to approach the challenge with a clear, focused mind, allowing your skills, not your anxieties, to lead. Enhanced emotional intelligence. Your ability to manage your own emotions and understand others is a cornerstone of career success. Srikensho actively cultivates this, making you a more effective communicator, collaborator, and leader. Kensho, the universal master key for life's challenges. The power of Srikensho extends far beyond the confines of business and career, proving itself to be a profoundly practical process for advancement in every walk of life. This is not merely a meditative or spiritual exercise to be confined to a quiet corner. It is a dynamic, actionable skill for navigating the complexities and pressures of the real world. Consider its application across diverse fields. For the politician faced with public criticism, a volatile debate, or a high-stakes policy decision, the Srikensho pause allows for a measured, strategic response rather than an impulsive, damaging one. It cultivates the clarity needed to lead with vision, not just react to headlines. For the sportsman, in the heat of competition, a missed shot, a foul call, or the roar of the crowd can trigger frustration or self-doubt. The Srikensho pause enables the athlete to immediately reset, regain focus, and execute the next play with precision, preventing a single mistake from derailing an entire performance. For the creative artist, when inspiration falters, criticism stings, or a project feels overwhelming, the Srikensho pause can break through creative blocks and emotional paralysis. It allows for a fresh perspective, fostering resilience and sustained imaginative flow. For the student preparing for competitive examinations, the immense pressure, fear of failure, or the frustration of a difficult concept can create overwhelming anxiety. Srikensho teaches the student to pause, manage the emotional ripple, and return to the material with a calm, focused mind, optimizing learning and recall under stress. For the poet and author, facing writer's block, negative reviews, or the daunting task of crafting profound narratives, the Srikensho pause can transform frustration into fertile ground for new ideas, allowing for deeper introspection and more authentic expression. For the advocate of a social cause confronted with apathy, resistance, or setbacks, the passion for a cause can easily turn into anger or despair. Srikensho empowers the advocate to pause, maintain composure, and strategically communicate their message, fostering empathy and driving meaningful change, without succumbing to emotional exhaustion. Even for the soldier on the battlefield, in moments of extreme danger, chaos, and fear, the ability to insert that micro-level pause before reacting is not just about performance, it's about survival. It allows for split-second, rational decision-making amidst overwhelming stress, distinguishing between panic and tactical precision. In essence, Srikensho is the cultivation of conscious awareness and intentional response over automatic reaction. It empowers individuals to become the architects of their internal experience, rather than passive recipients of external stimuli. This fundamental shift in how we process and respond to life's inevitable challenges is the true engine of progress. It's the practical pathway to not just surviving, but thriving in any environment, making every step forward a deliberate stride towards a more fulfilling and effective life.